You're now tuned into Old Head TV. Put some pressure on that like button and that subscribe button. And don't forget to turn your notifications on.
Hey yo, what it is, YouTube world? It's Old Head TV, and I'm back in the building, back in the builder, and I'm back with another banger for my 2K family. And today I have a crazy build that could do a lot of everything, made from the same mold as Chris Webber. And if you aren't privy to who Chris Webber is, he was a versatile, high IQ power forward with skills in ways that were ahead of his era, standing tall at 6'10" with elite athleticism, soft touch, and advanced passing ability. Webber could dominate as both a scorer and a playmaker. He was the engine of the Sacramento Kings' early 2000s offense and a consistent All-NBA performer. Someone who could run the offense like a hub, punishing mismatches inside and out, and open up shooters with his passing. But yo, real quick, before we go any further, be sure to hit the like button, the hype button, subscribe to the channel if you aren't already. Also be sure to turn on those notifications so when I upload something, whether it's a new build, new jump shot, or some gameplay, you'll be plugged in. Now let's get into the vitals. Okay, for the position, of course we're gonna go with power forward. For the height, I see Chris Webber is listed at 6'9", and some sources say he's 6'10". But for the best value in this build, we're gonna go 7 feet. For the weight, we're gonna take that to 237 pounds, and the wingspan will be 7'3". Now let's get into the attributes. Right now, Chris Webber was a forceful finisher around the basket. He could finish hook shots with either hand. So for the close shot, we're gonna take that to an 84, and that's the bare minimum we need for silver paint prodigy and hook specialist. And the name of those badges speaks for itself. It's very vital when it comes to being in control when in the paint. And the good thing is you can add your cap breakers to reach different tiers, or use your max +1 or +2 if you need more. And C-Web also had a soft touch around the rim despite being a powerful dunker. He was also a finesse player, especially on finger rolls, scoop layups, and quick flips over defenders. So for the driving layup, we're gonna take that to an 80 so you could get physical finish on silver and float game. Now, Chris Webber was one of the most explosive dunkers at the power forward position during his time. He'd go straight at rim protectors like Shaq, Mutombo, or Alonzo Mourning and wasn't afraid of contact. His dunks had that in-the-play energy. So for your driving dunk, we're gonna take that to an 80, and we just get bronze posterizer. But the good thing is, with 3 cap breakers, you could take your driving dunk to an 87 to get silver posterizer and contact dunks. Also, he was a forceful finisher around the basket. His standard dunks were a staple, so we're gonna take that standard dunk to an 81 for silver rise up, and that unlocks pro big man contact dunks, as well as one hand and 2 hand under the basket dunks with elite rim pulls and pro rim pulls. And if you decide to add more cap breakers to your standard dunk, at an 85, you'll unlock under the basket athletic dunk animations and elite big man contact dunks. Moving on to his post game, Chris Webber's post game was one of the cornerstones of the skill set. He wasn't just a dunker or a face-up big, he was a complete post scorer who could punish defenders in multiple ways, with quick spins baseline into dunks or short hooks, up and under fakes to bait shot blockers, or drop steps to carve out easy angles. So for your post control, we're gonna take that to an 87, and that'll give you goal post-up poet and post powerhouse. Moving on to the mid-range, Chris Webber lived at the elbow. His face-up game was smooth, he could catch at the mid-post, one jab step, rise up, and didn't need much space. So for your mid-range shot, we're gonna take that to an 87. And for your 3-ball, Chris Webber was not a high-volume 3-point shooter at all. He attempted very few threes because the offense ran through his mid-post and high-post playmaking. But this is 2K26 and you need a 3-ball, so you're gonna take that to an 81. And you'll just need 2 cap breakers to get limitless range on bronze. For the free throw, we're gonna take that to a 75. Now let's move on to the playmaking. For those of you who could remember, Chris Webber had guard-level court vision for a power forward. From the high post or elbow, he read defenses and reacted quickly, and he could anticipate cutters before they even moved, threading no-look and bounce passes with precision. He wasn't just a good passing big, he was a primary playmaker. So for your pass accuracy, we're gonna take that to an 86, and that will give us bronze bailout, silver break starter, gold dimer, gold versatile visionary, while unlocking my personal favorite pass package for bigs, LeBron James. He could also handle the rock, so the ball handle, we're gonna take that to a 70, and for the speed with ball, we're gonna take that to a 60. Now let's move on to the defense. Now, Chris Webber's defense doesn't get as much shine as his offense, but he was actually a very solid defender, a versatile defender in his prime. He wasn't a lockdown stopper, but he could anchor a defense and hold his own against almost any matchup. So for the interior defense, we're gonna take that to a 78, and that's gonna give us bronze post lockdown so far. The perimeter defense, I know 7-footers don't get any defensive badges like challenger or on-ball menace, but we're still going to take the perimeter defense up to a 66 just to be able to slide your feet a little on defense. And the steal, we're gonna take that to a 62, and all we have to show for this is bronze immovable enforcer and silver off-ball pest. Now for the rim protection, we're gonna take that to an 84, and that's gonna give us high flying denier and paint patrol on silver. Also, he was excellent at crashing the glass to create second chance opportunities. Combined with good athleticism and timing, he was able to secure boards even against bigger centers or quicker forwards. So for your offensive rebound, we're gonna take that to a 70, and your defensive rebound, we're gonna take that to a 92. And this is just for now. If you already have your cap breakers, just put 4 cap breakers on your defensive rebound, and you'll have Hall of Fame rebound chaser and box out beast. And if you play more of a crashers type of play style, where you like to get into the offensive rebounds and second chance points, stay right where you are for the cap breakers breakdown. I'll show you how far your cap breakers will take your offensive rebound on its build. Now let's get into the physicals. Now for the physicals, your speed, we're gonna take that to a 72. Your agility, we're gonna take that to a 61. Your strength will be an 86. And your vertical, we're gonna take that to a 75. And here are all the available takeovers for this build. And in my humble opinion, the best takeover for this archetype would be Glass Gunner. And with that Glass Gunner takeover, it's gonna raise your 3-point rate in 5 points. So your mid-range is gonna go up 5 points, your 3-ball, and your defensive rebounding. So let's say you make the build, you put your 2 cap breakers on your 3-point ball, which is gonna now make it an 83. It will be an 88 when you go on a takeover. Your mid-range will be a 93, and your defensive rebounding will be a 99. And real quick, before I show y'all the final product, let's take a look at the cap breakers. Now, as you can see, it only takes 4 cap breakers to get that 87 drive and dunk. Your 3-point shot, all you need is 2 cap breakers to make it to an 83, but overall, you max out at an 84. Your interior defense, you're gonna have to invest. If you want to get silver post lockdown, you can either use your tier 1 or tier 2 to get the gold, or you could take the cap breakers and you could take your interior defense up to an 82. Now, for the offensive rebound, you will only need 4 to 5 cap breakers to get an 80+ offensive rebound. But you'll be able to get your defensive rebound up to a 96. And if you wanted more vertical for better block animations and rebounding animations, all you need is 1 cap breaker to get +2 to your vertical. And honestly, after that, the only thing I could see myself putting cap breakers on is maybe my close shot. And this is just to give you an idea of how OP this build would be in any mode. You could go in there as a stretch 4. If they move you to the 5 and rec, you won't miss a beat. You won't miss a beat. You go into the park, you can still be the stretch 5, center, whatever you want to do with this build. You can take it to the 2s. You can take it anywhere. You can even take this build on a 1v1 if you want, because you do have ball handle. And also you do have post control, and we know how toxic post control could be on a 1v1. But now I'm gonna hit the finish button so we can see that final product. And there you have it, shades of Chris Webber, Anthony Davis, and Evan Mobley. And this build comes out as a rim reaping 3-level dimer. And you see the scouting report. Again, another build that has literally no weakness to the report. And of course, I got a jump shot for this stretch big. Alright, so for the jump shot, your lower base is going to be Davis Bertans. Upper release 1, LaMarcus Aldridge. Upper release 2, Kevin Love. your blending and release speed. So for the visual cue, that's going to be release. Your release speed, put it to right where you see it at. Animation blending, it's going to be 75% LaMarcus Aldridge, 25% Kevin Love. And on his jump shot, the release height is very high. The release speed is very fast. Your defensive immunity is a B+. Time and stability is a B-. I'm not sure how much that matters on these jump shots this year, but I was playing around with the jump shot, and once you got the animation down, like you see where his wrist snaps, you see right there where his wrist snaps, that's where you let it go at. Once his hand comes back and is getting ready to snap his wrist to shoot it, you let the button go. But yo, that's it for me. Old Head TV, be sure to hit the like button, hit the hype button, subscribe to the channel if you aren't already, and talk to me in the comments, man. Let me know what you think of the build, what builds you might want to see in the future, and I'll be sure to get to it. Until next time, peace.